It is a little known fact that while today the world just calls the Bible, long ago, around 600 BC to 400 AD, there were two separate, very different houses of people as there are today. Two versions of what is known as the Christian Bible. Two very different theologies that were presented. One which generated practically zero finance, and one that generates a large amount of finance. One that is very popular, and one that is hated by all mankind. Which house is which is up to you to discern. Now, that being said, here is an example from the ancient manuscripts of the exact same verse, and yet these houses each presented and wrote, authoring different versions of the same verse. John 1:29. The next day, John saw Jesus coming towards him and said, "Behold, the Lamb of God who loves even the sinful of the world." And here is John 1:29 of the other house. The next day, John saw Jesus coming towards him and said, "Look, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." Now, translating a very good version of the Bible, that is something that will take a few people and a few lifetimes. Because, first, you have to find someone who can translate the ancient Greek and Hebrew, and that person must have invested around 20 or more years of their life in order to gain adequate knowledge of these two ancient languages, so that they can interpret the scriptures into English with sufficient skill. Next, you will need to find a master of the theologies contained within the Bible, so that they are able to understand and interpret the scriptures in the way that God Himself intended, and this will require a good amount of wisdom. Most importantly, you will need to find someone who has seen God, someone who is able to produce the signs and wonders. For how could someone lead unto God if they themselves do not agree with Him? All in all, my friends, it is a very rare thing.